Okay, folks, pay attention because this is maybe the most important video I've made so far, and it's no doubt going to form the basis of many more of my videos to come, as well as the discussions that we're going to be having in this community. Now, this community is focused on two main areas. One, making money, and two, protecting ourselves financially in both the short to midterm as well as the long term. This means being aware of shifting marketing dynamics and not pigeonholing ourselves. Quite simply, we go where the money can be found. Now, with that being said, many have asked, the different areas that I'm researching and what my investment strategy is going to look like going forward. And so this video will help set the tone and give you a look through the lens that I will continue to look through way into the bull cycle and beyond. But first, be warned, I am not a maxi of any ecosystem, token, or financial vehicle. That's for dum-dums. My ethos has always been to research where the best opportunities can be found. Simple. But just because we're talking about other areas of opportunity, it does not mean we feel any less strongly about the ones that we're already in. There are, of course, ecosystems and projects that we talk about on this channel that we're very, very excited about and anticipating doing really, really well. And I will continue to DCA into them until I tell you otherwise. But we are at the precipice. We are at a point in time where we are on the precipice of some truly amazing opportunities that deserve our time and attention. And by not giving it, we are simply selling ourselves short. So with that being said, this video is important to set some context. We're on the verge of a revolution, and you don't want to find yourself on the wrong side of it. I soon plan to share more about my personal portfolio, what I'm investing in, why I'm investing, when I'm buying, when I'm selling. And so this video is to provide the needed context to understand the why for one of the sectors that I'm extremely passionate about. So to jump right in, a couple of years ago, Elon Musk, a few of his really wealthy buddies, started working on something huge. This project is projected to have a profound impact on every aspect of your life. Regardless of your personal opinions about Musk, you have to acknowledge that he's had a huge role in transforming the world through his ventures, like PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX. However, this project is expected to surpass all of these previous achievements combined. The power behind this project has the potential to create a new wave of millionaires and billionaires, but simultaneously pushing millions of unprepared people into poverty. Now, after years of building, November 30th, 2022, it launched. I'm talking, of course, about OpenAI. And unless you've been living under a rock, you are probably familiar with this company. That if you think about it, it's pretty remarkable given the fact that it's only been around for about 5 minutes. But do you truly see the ramifications of this technology? It's always wise, in my opinion, to listen to the folks with the money. When Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, to name a few, share the same perspective and are investing heavily into this sector, only the idiots are not taking notice. This will have significant implications for everyone, regardless of your wealth, location, occupation. Those failing to prepare are going to find themselves down shit creek without a paddle, trapped in an economic downward spiral and falling behind and struggling to catch up forever. Now, according to Goldman Sachs, as many as 300 million jobs could just instantly vanish with no one being exempt, whether that be blue collar or white collar. Why? Because AI can do everything. Think your white collar job is safe? Nice try. AI is now providing services from marketing and public relations to solutions throughout the legal contract realm. But surely, your job that requires a physical body to load goods or drive trucks or conduct other physical activities safe, right? Nope. Entities like Boston Dynamics are creating robots that run off AI. You've probably seen those videos with these cute little robots running around obstacle courses. They will be taking and carrying out physical jobs too, as well, of course, as the rapidly evolving automated driving space that will soon render human driving obsolete and AI-driven vehicles safer and cheaper. I'm sharing my perspective on this with you because I genuinely want you to heed my warning. This is not just another bubble or a potential stock market crash. The implications are far more substantial. And I believe that OpenAI will exacerbate the growing wealth gap around the world to such an extent that those on the wrong side of it may never be able to recover. I believe this industry will create a lot of new millionaires and billionaires in the world. But I also believe that it's going to be driving millions into a government welfare program. You may have heard the term being thrown around recently, universal basic income, which is a term coined to bring a solution to this inevitable problem where hordes, millions of people that are unable to work because AI has essentially replaced their jobs will be giving a set monthly amount from the government in order to live. And do you understand what this means? It essentially turns things to a socialist financial environment in such an unavoidable way that many people will have no choice but just accept the status quo. Now, the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, has acknowledged himself that this will reshape society as we know it. While millions of Americans and folks in many other countries will no doubt suffer these negative effects of this paradigm shift, us, if we are proactive, we have the opportunity to avoid being one of them. Now, Forbes has stated that OpenAI is poised to unleash the most profitable engine in history, estimated to generate a staggering 15.7 trillion in new wealth. Think about that. And getting a piece of this action is going to require you to move fast and smart because things are progressing at an astonishing rate. With the right moves now, we are going to be able to take advantage of some of these wealth generating opportunities, the likes of which very few have seen. Many folks out there, I know many, believe that 100x, 1000x opportunities are simply not possible to find, even in the crypto space. And I agree, they're rare. We see certain 10,000x, 1,000x opportunities happening, but you got to get timing just right. You've got to be involved from inception, and even then, it's 1 in every 100, 1 in every 1,000 that really seem to make it. And we've talked about in the past the various vetting processes that we have in mind to make sure that we're making the most intelligent decisions to position ourselves as favorably as possible to be able to leverage some of those opportunities. I believe OpenAI in this industry is creating new and rare opportunities for us to achieve this multiple times in the coming months and years. However, as always, you've got to act while the iron's hot, while certain things are in their infancy. Put simply, the opportunity is incrementally slipping away. And obviously, the more time runs on, the more you're set to see diminishing returns. Now, this may sound obvious, but to illustrate the significance of timely adoption, let's look back at the internet's impact in the 1990s. Those who embraced the new technology prospered and dominated the market, while those who ignored it faced financial ruin. Blockbuster is a classic example of that. Companies that failed to adapt, leading to bankruptcy, job losses, and the decimation of shareholder value. In contrast, Netflix capitalized on the internet's potential and generated enormous profits for their investors. The pattern continued with brick and mortar stores, for instance, like Sears, JCPenney, while Amazon thrived. And we have even the music industry. Tower Records got put out to pasture by iTunes. Apple investors reaped amazing rewards. These examples demonstrate the power of embracing revolutionary technologies before they become mainstream. The same disruption is expected to occur on a much larger scale with AI. Industry leaders believe it will surpass the internet in terms of impact. Can you imagine that? Billions of dollars investment from companies like Microsoft, SoftBank's Vision Fund, IBM indicate the significance and potential of this project. And I'll say it again, we follow the money. You don't invest billions without thinking you're going to get a heck of a return, right? I would say it's set to trigger a massive transfer of wealth from those who are perhaps unaware to those who are aware. And that sounds obvious, but it's always the case when a group or a community is fast to adopt and understand a realm or an environment, they are obviously better set to reap the rewards from those who plead ignorance throughout this whole process. AI stocks, to me, are on the brink of a massive surge, similar to the internet stock boom, um, but with AI being up to 42 times faster than the internet's adoption rate. Now, this rapid adoption is exemplified by ChatGPT. If you remember, it gained 100 million users in just 2 months. It surpassed the growth of platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Netflix. This ridiculous adoption translates into quicker wealth generation. And a lot of opportunities are going to come with that. For instance, you take ChatGPT. If you just take 10% of their current user base and implement a monthly premium subscription, something that they're looking to do and have been talking about recently, at just $20 per monthly premium subscription, at 10% of their user base, that company could potentially generate 2.4 billion in annual revenue. This is OpenAI, currently a real young company with no sales, has the potential to reach 24 billion in revenue within a year. And this is just one example that showcases the tremendous wealth generating power that this industry is going to provide. And I think that acting promptly is going to be crucial to avoid being left behind, because AI is going to revolutionize every single industry: retail, marketing, customer service, entertainment. We have, logistics, banking, defense, you name it. And right now, we are in a bear market where enthusiasm is at all-time lows. It's very easy to get bogged down by the FUD that comes along with this negative vortex. But I'm telling you, snap out of it, because you're going to blink and find yourself back in a bull cycle, being Johnny Hindsight and wishing you got into some of these projects that are killing it, making millionaires right, left, and center. But instead of acting then, you are part of the hordes of sheep buying at the tops of projects that have already done some huge growth. And guess what? It's not just crypto we need to be thinking about. I'm the first to tell you, the number one investment vehicle in the world for gains is without a doubt crypto right now. But at times like this, there are also some traditional stocks, for instance, within this sector that are going to provide some monumental gains without many of the risks that come along with some crypto plays. In fact, right now, you could argue that crypto really isn't solving anything within the AI space. And that's fine. Crypto solves a host of other pain points, and it doesn't need to solve everything right now. Yes, we have a few projects that we're looking at, that I'm looking at, that I'm going to go into detail about, that could look tasty in the crypto space. And we'll certainly look into those and hopefully grab some positions. But at this moment, there are some traditional stocks that are looking real tasty. And a wise man is going to have a portfolio that follows the innovation and the money. We aren't waving any flags here for our one chosen platform or vehicle or token. We're waving a big net to catch the best investment opportunities. So stay tuned, because I'm going to go into some real detail in how I'm structuring my portfolio, what I'm looking at, where the areas of innovation and the leaders in those niches are, and where I plan to set my long-term and short to mid-term positions. And yes, it's going to take some money. It's going to take you freeing up some funds to put into some of these opportunities. And I'm the same as you guys. I have been dollar cost averaging into some of the platforms that we've talked about for quite some time now. I'm tapped out. So it's on me to start working more, to generate more income for myself, to start investing in some of these opportunities. And the onus is on you as well to do the same. There's no real reason why you can't go out and get an extra job for most of us. Whether it's driving for Uber, if it's doing something part-time, looking to monetize one of your passions, whatever it may be, to free up some money, to free up some revenue that you can invest, that hopefully provides some wealth generating opportunities for many years to come. And these are all areas that I'll be touching on in videos and content going forward. I am in the process of setting up my private group. Many of you have asked about it, and I'm sorry it's taken so long. But I do want to make sure that this private group is bringing a lot of value. And part of that value is personally being able to track my portfolio positions. And like I say, real time as to when I'm buying, when I'm selling, what I'm getting into, and the reasons for it. I like to provide as much context as possible and help you look through the same lens that I'm looking through. So stay tuned. I hope this was helpful. I know it was a bit of a long one, but I'll be back to you soon. And hopefully we get to talk about some real interesting projects that are out there.